so than the light that led to the building of physical churches was the light that sparked in the hearts of the people. After building the first church, Father Burrell was convinced that the church needed to provide education, especially for the poor.
The missionaries had a great insight. They realized the value of education.
Father Burrell felt that we needed an English mission school because the rest of the Portuguese Catholics were sending their children to Protestant schools.
He tried at all within his means to get the brothers here, and it wasn't easy. He wrote many times to Rome and to the Brother Superior General, and he was not one to sit back and just wait for replies. So that's why he went back again to Europe to make sure that he would travel with the brothers and the sisters and come down to Singapore. 6 brothers and 4 IJ sisters on the ship, the La Julie. 3 months on a ship is not easy. In fact, there was a story of one of the sisters. She died 2 weeks before they reached Singapore.
Very soon after arrival, the first thing they did was to open schools. It wasn't to propagate the faith, but it was to see how they could make society better by providing education.
In the first years, SJI at Bras Basah. At that time, SJI was known as St. John's Free School because education was to be provided free.
SJI was started in 1852 by the LaSalle brothers. It was situated diagonally opposite the cathedral, where the current Singapore Arts Museum occupies. For the IJ sisters, Father Burrell forked out his own money to pay for a piece of land across the cathedral to build them a convent.
With the second batch, we had Mother Macteil, and she had the inspiration to start the education for girls. Within 10 days, she started already gathering the poor girls, and the school began. When this place was really dilapidated, they had a house over there, not like that now. There was no door. They had to use an umbrella for privacy, 2 pots, 2 pans, and things like that. Very hard times, but they persevered and went on. That's why it's the courage, daring spirit that touched me.
They managed to get the piece of land that is where the current, what is now known as Chimes. It is from there that the IJ school started out, with the very first one in Victoria Street.
When we came here to Singapore, we accepted children of any background. We didn't only bring in Catholics. Children from every background came to the school and we were accepting. Openness to other religions have always been the hallmark of IJ.
So it was from these 2 lights that many more Catholic schools came to be built. These lights came from stars like the Good Shepherd sisters, the Murray's brothers, the Gabrielite brothers, as well as the Canossian sisters.
In the year 1894, the Bishop of Macau felt that the parish in Singapore needed help. So from Macau came 4 sisters to start off St. Anthony's and St. Anthony's Convent.
Father Stephen Lee, he wanted to start a school for the poor children of the Kampong area. So he bought this land and he asked the sisters, to start the school and the orphanage.
The orphanage flourished. More and more girls who were in need of schooling, in need of help, were given that opportunity which they didn't have.
And later on, we started a school for hearing impaired children, which later on became Canossian School for the hearing impaired.
The Catholic Church would be the single biggest contributor of education in society. We cater to every sector of the student body. Catholic education is about helping the person to be the best that he or she can be and to contribute back to society.
Following fast on the heels of education, orphanages were being set up in convents and parishes to take care of the little ones who were being abandoned.
Word got around that the sisters would actually pick up any abandoned babies that were placed at their gate. It became known as the Gate of Hope.
I remember there were about 100 orphans.
120 of them.
120 orphans.
The sisters had great psychology by inviting those of us who studied in the schools to ask us to come, to give them hugs, to actually hug the babies and give them love.
I was one of them. I was in this school, and every recess time, I would sacrifice my recess and went to the baby house. played with them, fed them. And I brought my friends along.
Then we have a sister who will be just washing nappies, but she does it with such joy, and everything she does is for the love of God. What is important is really to recognize that really it's God who calls, and it's God who always inspires. It's living your faith that you touch the people.